So 4 days ago, Jamie had an accident, and kind of why we have been absent from here and not really posting any videos. So we wanted to make a kind of an up to date video and kind of let everybody know what's going on, where we're at, where Jamie's at, and I guess we're just gonna let her talk and kind of take it away from here.
All right. So I was going to work that day, like I do most every day. I was getting ready in the bathroom for work. I had this weird feeling in my stomach. I don't know why. It was just like these bad vibes. But I'm an adult. I still have to go to work. I still have to do things. So I was like, whatever. Like, I gotta go to work. It's probably just me being weird. Um, so then I head off to work, probably about 12 minutes away from the house. I went off the road a little bit and I tried to correct it and I couldn't. So like I lost control of the vehicle. I remember turning, like overcorrecting and going off and hitting like a tree, and like that was the moment that I was like, all right, I've got to protect my face. I know I don't have much bone left in there, so I put my face up, or my hands up like this. I had recently just got my nails done too, and I paid lots of money for them, and whenever one of these bad boys gets ripped off, it hurts really bad, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I kept that in mind as well. So I kind of did this weird like thing like this, and like just to protect my face so I didn't mess up any more stuff. And I was just like, all right, this is happening. So while I'm twirling around and around in the vehicle, I'm just like, oh, please don't break anything in my face. Like at that point, I'm just like, please don't, like, I don't know, I have metal in my face. I'm like, this metal is gonna break off and like stab my brain. Like I was just thinking on the worst stuff, and this all happened in like obviously like no time, but like it was like slow motion, and like I had a bunch of shit in my car. Excuse me, a bunch of stuff in my car, and it was like flying around me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I hope there's nothing that's gonna like knock me out. I had my seatbelt on, so I mean I know I wasn't going too far. So honestly, like my main concern was protecting my face, but whenever I landed, I have this huge fear of like burning up in a car. So like obviously like I don't care like if my legs are hanging off. I'm gonna get out of that car. So like I'm just like I've got to get out of this car. Like it's gonna blow up. And so I undid my seatbelt, and I just remember like getting out of the car, and I looked down and my shoes are off, and I'm like, why don't I have any shoes on? And there's glass everywhere because the top of my car was like a panoramic roof, so it's all glass. So I'm like in like walking in glass and just stuff that's fallen out of my car, and I'm in the middle of nowhere because we live kind of far out, and like there's no houses. Like I don't really know where the nearest house is, and I'm like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? Like I don't know what my face looks like. I don't like I'm in lots of pain, but like I don't care. Like I just gotta find my phone so I can call someone. And like I'm just thinking like, oh my god, I've got to call my boss. Like I'm gonna be late for work. Like at that point, I still think I'm gonna be late for work. And then I dig through a little pile of stuff in my car. I wasn't gonna get back in my car because, like I said, I had this huge fear that it was gonna blow up. So I was just like, okay, that's not an option to dig in the car for my phone. And I figured it was in the car because it's plugged up. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna walk down the road. And so like I take off walking, and like I'm like waving my hands, and my feet are bleeding. Like I said, I didn't know what was wrong. Like if there anything else was wrong, I was just trying to find a car. And thank God there's a car coming down the road, and I'm like looking like a crazy person. She has a kid in the car, and I'm like scaring the kid, and I felt terrible. But like I'm like, help! Can I use your phone? And so like um I asked to call my work, and she's like, no, we need to call 911. I'm like, okay, well, you at least gotta let me call my husband, because I knew if I called Joey, like, he'd get the ball rolling on, like, calling my work, and he's the first responder, like, in, like, the area that we're in anyway, so, like, I was just like, he could probably call someone. So I was like, please just let me call him. couldn't remember his freaking number, couldn't remember Crystal's number. The only number I could remember was my mom's, and my mom didn't answer the phone, so then I was like, okay, I've got to try again. So I tried to remember Joey's number again, and I finally remembered his number and called him. And I don't even remember what I said to him. I was just like, as soon as I heard his voice on the phone, I was like, oh, thank God. You know, like, he's going to get the rest of everything else taken away. I can just fall on the ground now. So that's basically what happened. Fell on the ground, and the lady made me call 911, and then some other guy came. Picked me up. I was on the phone with 911. He picked me up. My arm was hurt really bad, so he pretty much had to pick me up like I was dead weight. I felt terrible for him. He picked me up and put him in his truck, and I was on the phone with 911.
I was at Slim Chickens eating lunch. It's kind of in a like weird, different kind of thing that I normally would do at work. I was doing this different thing and was on a different schedule altogether. And I get a phone call from a number that I have absolutely no idea who it was. And it taught me a valuable lesson, because for all those people that get telephone calls from numbers you don't know, this was a lesson that I learned, and I'm going to tell you guys, answer it. Because you just never know when it could be somebody using someone else's phone to call you and tell you something like this. So I answered the phone, and Jamie was on the other line, or the other end of it, and saying that, I think her words to me were, I've just been in a bad car wreck. I flipped my car. I think I'm okay. I got to call 911. And I was like, wait, where are you? And she started saying this road, and I didn't recognize the road, but I've, of course, had a thought, like, mentally, like, I'm going to remember this because I got to look it up as soon as we leave here. Not even thinking that I could, go to find my iPhone and look up her location. So I get off the phone with her, and I immediately call Crystal, because Crystal is closer to where Jamie is than where I am. So I call Crystal, and I tell Crystal, and she'll tell you what I said and what she said, because I don't even remember.
So I was at the gym, because I go to the gym on my lunch break, and I wear a Fitbit. So I was about 10 minutes into the workout, and I was headed to go get more water, and I saw Joey's calling me, and I thought, oh my God, like, this is something bad, because they're just going to text me, if I'm at the gym. So I answered the phone. He was like, Jamie's been in a car accident. And I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah, it's not too far from the house. Like, tells me the road that it shows that she's close to. And I'm like, is she okay? Like, I don't even know what to ask at this point. And he was like, well, she called me, so I got to talk to her. So, yeah, she's okay. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go right now. I'm just going to leave and go. So I left the gym. Like, I left everything sitting, grabbed my stuff, and I think I got to her in a little over 20 minutes. And whenever I pulled up, like, it had been raining, so, like, the roads are kind of slick, and I pulled up at the top of the hill where her car was. I didn't know how bad it was. So whenever I pull up and there's, like, all these cop cars, then I see her car laid out on its side in the ditch. So, like, I automatically go, like, super, like, worried, scared mode. So I, like, get out of my car, and there's some cops standing down there, and I start jogging down that way, and I'm like, it's my wife, where is she? And they're like, she's okay, she's in and then told me whatever truck that she was in. And, like, I was, like, shaking so bad whenever I got there, and, like, as soon as I saw her face and, like, knew she was okay, like, I felt so much relief, because all I could think about is what, she went through with her wreck this past summer that a lot of you are aware of. So, like, to see her face and not see blood except for some blood on her feet, it was a really good feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the same for me. I showed up probably about 10 minutes after Crystal did, and, you know, just to see her sitting there and be able to recognize who I am, and, you know, to not be, you know, hurt. I mean, she was hurt, but I mean, like, really hurt, you know, was a huge, you know, overwhelming.
It was like you could breathe again.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was like you could, like, stop worrying, because, you know, the whole way out there, like, I was trying to call her back and the phone number that called me, and no one would answer. And, you know, of course, your mind races, and you always think the worst, and you try to tell yourself, you know, to be prepared for whatever. And, you know, so when I pulled up and was able to talk to her and see her and touch her and, you know, hold her, and I mean, you know, that was a very grateful moment, to say the least.
Yeah, so we stayed there for a little while until they got the car out of the ditch, because we were trying to locate her phone, but whenever we played this sound, it sounded like it had went like up underneath the dash to where we couldn't get to it. And we pulled out as many things, you know, that wasn't damaged that she, you know, wanted to keep. And once they got the car turned over, we were able to get in the car and found her phone, and it wasn't broke, so that was good. And we went ahead and took her up to the hospital, and everything checked out to be okay. She had a lot of bruises.
Still does. She bruises easily and harder than most people, and they turn like this black-green color.
I look like I got beat the shit out of.
Looks like she's like Frankenstein rubbed up against her.
It's not cute.
But for those of you that do follow us on social media, especially Instagram, we have had a lot of comments and messages from you guys, and, you know, we really appreciate you caring that much about, you know, our family as you do, and sending us the good vibes. So we just wanted to be sure and let everyone that, you know, doesn't follow us on Instagram or Facebook, that, you know, you're strictly just on YouTube. We just want to make sure that everybody knew what had happened, and just to let you know, living proof Jamie's good.
Yeah, I'll just try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. Your positive energy does not go unnoticed around here. I can guarantee you that. Jamie, she definitely gets all of the messages. She sees them all, and definitely helps her throughout each and everything.
Of course it does.
So we're going to get back on our regular scheduled recordings. We just wanted to give her a little time to heal up and get some rest.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you guys for everything that you do for us. Every like, every thumbs up, every comment, message.
Sharing us.
Yeah, sharing us. You know, like, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, we definitely wouldn't be, you know, so worried about getting these videos out to you. But we have such a great group of people that follow us that we, you know, we kind of want to do more and give you guys more content, so that, you know, you guys will keep sending us the messages and giving us the likes and thumbs ups.
And I get a massage for doing this video from Joey.
That's actually not what it was. I told her she was hurting, and I told her I'd give her a massage after we got done with the video. It was not like a bribe.
She always
Everything
gets what
is
she
a bribe.
wants. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.
See you guys later.
Bye.